All right, that started the recording. Hey guys, how you doing? A little late. Not that VOD watchers after the fact will know, but we're being playfully truant here. I didn't really intend to start late. In fact, I actually hoped to start early today. I had gotten a lot of my stream prep done way early in advance. So I was really hoping that I could do an early one today, but then my sister decided she wanted to watch 2 movies tonight, which was fine. It's good. We like movies. It was for record's sake, it was what was it? That Until Dawn movie? That was the one we saw in theaters. That was really good actually. A lot of people have been saying that's really bad. I thought it was pretty good. Very campy B movie shit. Like it's people explode Evil Dead style in that thing, but it was good. It was really good. If you, I don't think anybody here comes to hear my opinions about movies, but if you'd like, if you need a sign to go, I don't know, get high and watch what is it called, Until Dawn, here's your sign. It was good. It was really fun. I had a lot of that. It was good. What else? Oh, and the other one I watched was Novocaine, which is now out on streaming. I think Hulu is where we watched that. Very good movie. Go watch that too. All the movies that I watched today was very good. And then we watched Arcane. We finished off Arcane, and that was good too. Just a night of really good cinema. But the task at hand, we are here now. And as you can see, I made new bumpers, as well as I was able to do new fun new thumbnail for the 2 catch-up streams that I had before this. The review streams, I guess I can call them now. And that is due to the fact that I remembered how to operate my Photoshop. Something about scratch discs? I don't know if I fully got it. But yeah. Now I know that in order to operate Photoshop, I need to use my 2 terabyte. It's really not something that I should be doing, but hey, it's we make do with what we got. And so that's revitalized some plans in motion. I have a list of things to do now. So tools and options and things to do. But anyway, that's not what we're doing right now. What we are doing right now is we're getting back into Hollow Ataraxia. I think we're starting a new loop. Yeah. Even past all the review streams. Luckily the save is fine. I didn't get like any weird notifications like the last 2 times. So the save should be fine. So it should be good. Oh man. Just between you and me, I can't wait. Friday can't come soon enough. Like it's just, I am itching for more 100 line. And I don't really like talking about other games that I'm doing while I'm doing a different game. Maybe I should more. I don't know. Cross collateralization. That's not how that word's used. But like, it's just, I need to get to like a proper diverging point, like that first one with like the saver and don't saver. No, that's not a proper diverging point. I need like a real ass diverging point so that I can, as soon as possible, preferably, so that I can take it and hold on. Just one last thing. There we go. So that I can take that, break off a piece of that, and play some of it on my own. That's not for another 2 days, so I don't know. If you see this, watch the 100-line playthrough. I have a guest. I have a guest that I've been meaning to find a way to include somehow. by the name of Saf. They're not really doing anything right now, right this instance. Hopefully they will soon. But they're in that phase that everybody who wants to leave a good impression streaming is in, where they're like, okay, I need to get like a waiting screen. I need to finish my PNG tuber model. I mean, I also need to do like a PNG tuber thing. This is something that I've been working on since like, oh, there it goes. Since before I finished Fate Stay Night. But like, if I waited around to do that, I would not have been able to put these out. So yeah, anyway. Hopefully they'll get started soon. Right now we're just big chilling, playing 100 line, having a blast because that game's great. I've only experienced the first like 3 hours of this 50-hour 100 route game, but I am very excited. But it's not what we're here doing tonight. For tonight, we've got more Hollow Ataraxia. And I said that before already, so I'm just going to get straight into it now. Where's the mouse? There it is. Continue? Where will that put me? Oh, okay. I was just trying to do her extra little eclipse. Okay, start. New route, or new loop. So we got Rider. We got Rider. What are the flags lists say? Training camp approved, off to camp the night of October 9th. They could call it a day. Right. That's tomorrow. Okay. So for now, let's go hang with Rider. I'll go visit Rider. She's probably reading as usual. Hey, Rider, Oh, good timing. Are you free right now? Just as I'm about to ask her that, she slips right by me. Huh? As if she had something to do, she walks by rapidly. Ow, so much for that. Maybe I'll just drink some tea by myself. The things you do in, 2002? Yes, it's about today's appointment. No. I've run into Rider again. I'll make some tea for her too, just in case. Since the teapot's still full of hot water, I quickly brew some roasted green tea. Yes. Is there an opening this afternoon? As to the stylist... Yes. Please tell her that I am in her debt. Then 3 o'clock it is. Thank you. Stylist? I bring the tea to the living room and offer some to Rider. Rider, were you just on the phone? Yes, with the beauty salon. I'm not sure what I'm so surprised about, but the revelation does drive me into a temporary stupor. Come on, man. She can't handle all that by herself. Well, Rider is a woman in her prime after all. It's no surprise that she'd go to a salon, but for a beauty like her to go to the same place in Miyama frequented by Homurahara students? Salon. You mean the one in Miyama? Yes, the length of my hair makes it very difficult for me to care for it by myself. I get it done about twice a week. Rider's hair. Now that I think about it, I suddenly feel like touching her ever-waving, smooth strands of hair. It'd be nice to run my hands through them, just once. No, down boy. A good way to get yourself killed. So your hair grows? No, but it just becomes disheveled and... Rider sips her at her tea. When I turn back from spirit to physical form, my hair returns to its original state. Then why don't you just do the... I do not wish to be a burden on Sakura over something as trivial as hair. Therefore, even if it is truly bothersome, I must take care of it, my hair myself. Frankly, having it disorganized also puts me in a bad mood. Oh, man, being a woman sounds tough in more ways than one. Thank you for your concern, Shiro. However, I would like you to put Sakura's well-being ahead of mine. I'm merely her servant and nothing more. Sakura would be happy to have you show concern for her, and I am happy to see you two together. I see. I'll do my best then. Yes, I realize it may be even harder than fighting in a battle, but please try your best. On a trivial side note, that is the side of you that I enjoy watching myself as well. Ugh. She says something scary a little too easily. Okay, I'll be extra considerate towards Sakura then. So, what about Tosaka? I wonder if she also visits the salon. I don't believe she needs your concern. That was quick. Please do not take it the wrong way. Rin is the type of person who does not like to have her efforts seen. Having her beauty-related issues exposed to you, Shiro, would certainly hurt her pride. Ah, yeah. Good recovery, yeah. A swan's feet, is what they say. As for the remaining members of the women's squad, what about Saber? That is a more delicate situation. If I were to tell her to go to a fight, she would... Oh, if I were to tell her to go, a fight would surely ensue. But she would probably be a lot more open to the suggestion coming from you. It is indeed quite difficult to predict how it would unfold. She'd probably say something along the lines of, I like this hairstyle, or possibly, other hairstyles don't fit me. Then how about Fuji? I couldn't even finish it. Really? What would that be like? She might enjoy it. What? She might actually enjoy it. She does not appear to be the kind of person to use much makeup, but she does seem she does not seem to dislike it either. If you wanted to go to the hair salon, I think she would tag along with it without any hesitation. Wait. Doesn't that imply that I would be the one going for a makeover and not Fujini? Let's end our suppositions there. So, Ryder, are you going right away? Due to other appointments, the salon will only be available in the afternoon. I shall be staying here, idling away until then. And so she proceeds to set camp in front of the TV. Although, not particularly fond of it, she says softly. Well, not fond of what? A beauty salon? Why is that? Looks like you're used to going there. Yeah, but there are mirrors there. There are indeed a lot of mirrors in a hair salon. Ryder's true name is Medusa. Her tale includes a defeat with a mirror-like shield. The legendary shield of mirror, is it? The one that is said to have reflected the petrifying glare? According to the Greek mythology, Medusa had her mystic eyes blocked by Perseus' shield, and was defeated by having her head cut off, or something like that. So does that mean... Ryder, don't you take off your glasses when you get your hair cut? Meaning you would be looking in the mirror. Would you be petrified? No, I do not get petrified simply by looking in a mirror. That man relied on reflection to fight me, to avoid looking directly in my eyes. Oh, I see. Perseus' shield did not reflect the mystic eyes. He merely made them ineffective by avoiding eye contact. Huh. Then what's your thing with mirrors? You weren't specifically beaten by a mirror. I can understand you might dislike them, but avoiding them, isn't that a bit much? Well, that's not necessarily true either. Although the goddess's shield did not seal my mystic eyes, that thing that defeated me definitely was a mirror. Oh, this is also review. Oh, it's a mystery. Looks like there's some plot holes in the mythology regarding Medusa. Would you like to hear the story, Shiro? Actually, hold on. I think I got this one down on stream. Hold on. It's gonna take too long. We'll just read through it like normal. Would you like to hear the story, Shiro? No. It does sound interesting, but do you insist on it? No, if you're asking that way, then. After all, it's a story concerning Medusa's... No, Writer's Ball. I feel as if I shouldn't insist on it. No. I'd like to hear it if you're up for it. Understood. I prefer not to reminisce about such things, but if you want to hear about it, then I will tell you. It was after this body of mine had matured into a monster. A story of the last days of a monster that is different from the current me, yet awaits me in the end. The peaceful morning air somehow feels a lot more ominous and oppressive. I'm not sure if she's enjoying my frightened reaction or if it's just a foreshadowing technique. Ryder quietly begins the story of her past self's final moments. Hold on. Where did I leave that? Just for the length of this. There. If that is so, then I shall bring back. Oh, if that is so, then I shall bring back the head of the legendary monster Gorgon, the soon-to-be king of Tyrants, and the future king of Mycenae. Perseus said this at a banquet. The warrior most favored by the gods in the Greek world. Perseus, the son of Zeus, king of the gods. On the day of the banquet, he proved his bravery to save his mother. He vowed to defeat the monster. The faraway, solitary island was one of the places where those exiled by the gods lived. A hideous monster lurking at the end of the world. According to the rumors, it resides in the Titans' ruins, a place resembling the cunning evil of the Sirens and the chaotic disorder of the Chimeras. Once a glorious palace of the gods, there was not a trace of the former beauty left on the island. It was now a demonic realm, the likes of which cannot be found elsewhere. The name of the sacred place was the Shapeless Isle, a place not even birds visit, a hell on earth. 5 noble phantasms were given to Perseus: a pair of winged sandals so he could fly through the air, a helmet that granted invisibility to its wearer, a bronze shield polished like a mirror, the gift of the goddess Athena, a snake hunter's scythe, Harpé, 2, 3, 4, and finally, a bag to contain the monster's head, Hippasus. No warrior in the history of Greece had ever been given this many noble phantasms. Perseus equipped himself to win and gathered much information to aid him, a wealth of trustworthy weapons and a strategy to utilize them. Although he had neither seen the foe nor ever set foot on the demon's lair, he had not one speck of fear. Until the day of the battle. Until the moment he descended to that dark palace. The island was drastically different from what he had heard of before. The sun did not shine, the air was stale, and all living things melted away. A hell that did not permit the very existence of life. A dark palace stained with blood. A place that would trick one into thinking that his time had already come, and he'd fallen into the afterlife. Although favored by the gods, Perseus, who had yet to prove himself as a hero, could not bear the sight of it. Perseus ran deeper into the palace, as if he were escaping. His dreams of slaying the monster gloriously were long gone. Any longing for fame had long since left his mind. He only wanted one thing: find the monster, take its head, and escape from the island as quickly as possible. The stale air was burning his skin, and his feet were slowly melting away where they had touched the ground. Simply stopping would spell certain defeat. The foolish challenger would perish as the monster slept quietly inside the palace. Holding his breath, suppressing the scream rising in his throat, Perseus hid in the shadows as he advanced. The palace was enormous. No, it was excessively huge. Seemingly enchanted, it had no beginning and no end. This terrifying palace only revealed Perseus' own insignificance. Yes, it was not that the palace was grand. It was just that Perseus, shivering and alone, was like a tiny insect to its inhabitant. And so, a few minutes, no, Hours later, the mirrored shield warned Perseus. The shield reflected the surroundings on its mirror-like surface. A detector of sorts. The shield shows the Dark Palace's layout, as well as Perseus' own heartbeat. And the heartbeat of a nearby monster, fast approaching. The view distorted. A grotesque creature emerged from the darkness. Yet one cannot stare at it directly. Perseus used self-suggestion to force himself to look at nothing but the shield until the very end. It was already too late to back away. The fight was inevitable. Seconds later, Perseus flew through the air and issued his challenge to the monster. And then, he suddenly realized that something about the legend was off. The place was inhabited by 3 beautiful sisters. But the shield showed only 2 heartbeats, his and the monster's in front of him. Then, the heartbeats of the petrifying snake princess's 2 sisters. Just where could they have disappeared to? A gigantic something came, pulverizing the forest of stone statues in its way. That was the Gorgon, the monster Perseus sensed. Perseus threw a volley of curses. You damn gods, what use in this glory you promised me? There was no victory to be found in the fight from the beginning. The monster had already nearly matured enough to be called an evil god. On this impossible mission, the cleverest of noble phantasms with nothing but a life-saving equipment at best. It was not unlike a ship caught in a storm. Being toyed with by the raging waves, Perseus was struggling only to survive. There was no way to win, no weapons to defeat the enemy. A battle of attrition. It may have been possible for a true hero, but Perseus, who had hoped to become one through the victory here, had no means to destroy the Gorgon. Perseus, who still possessed the nature of a human. The only way he could slay the Gorgon would be... Perseus continued to avoid fatal hits using his winged sandals, escaping the petrifying glares and dodging the blows from the monstrous arms. But that was all he could do. The monster did not feel threatened by this new offering. It was no more than a mere nuisance. Finally, having enough of the fighting, it opened up its own palace. Breaker Gorgon, self-sealing temple of darkness. A great magical barrier, a complement to the blood flow that enveloped the shapeless isle. Just as the blood flow enveloped the world, the temple of darkness sealed it. The person caught inside would have his consciousness imprisoned within the mind of the Gorgon, and would be rid of any abilities he may have had in the outside world. The Temple of Darkness, unlike the Mystic Eyes, only needed a steady supply of magical energy from the Gorgon to draw one in. Perseus had no way to avoid it. It had total control over him. The monster, not even focusing on the fight, could... And the only way to fell the monster is to let it engage itself. Kibisis. The bag that is said to have carried Medusa's head. In an instant it swelled up, turned inside out, and swallowed Perseus whole. The concept of the world inverted. The inside of the bag became outside, and the outside became inside. And now what was in the bag wasn't the bag's contents, but in fact the whole of the outside. The Gorgon's Temple of Darkness was aimed inside itself. That prison became a mirror that reflected the Gorgon who was outside the bag. The monster's movements stopped. Trapped in the Temple of Darkness created by itself, startled by a nightmare of its inner wounds, the Gorgon suffered as Medusa. A nightmare beyond all nightmares. The monster despaired at the reflection in the mirror of its own self from the time when it still had a sense of self-awareness. And then and there came the one counterattack. Immortality subverting Harpé sliced through the neck of the completely paralyzed snake princess. The invincible monster became Medusa again due to its own heart and, as if waking up from a dream, was struck down all too quickly. That is all. It is an old story, and it bears no relation to my current self. I have taken some liberties with the details as well. She continues sipping her tea. She's just recited a story about her own beheading, and she keeps an unprecedented level of calm. I see. So that's how the story of Medusa slaying actually went. Yeah. From then on, seeing my own reflection was a somewhat traumatic experience. Needless to say, I have difficulty with mirrors. Now I get it. So you didn't really take physical damage, but it's mentally difficult, right? That is correct. In addition, having my head used so frivolously by such an adolescent. Yes, it angers me greatly. Mirrors are my sworn enemy, you could say. She mutters about having an urge to break every mirror she sees. Such an adolescent is an unusual emotional choice of words for a writer, though. The adolescent. You mean Perseus, right? Judging from your story, it sounds like he was also a. Can't really call him a victim, but it does sound like he got tricked into it, right? Yes, I suppose so. He was also fooled by the gods. After all, he was a mere mosquito in my eyes at the time. I may be able to sympathize, and it was not enough to make me hate him, but. Personally, there's no way I could bring myself to like him. He did become a fine character afterwards, but even so. What sort of a person was he? Right. To sum it up briefly, Ryder thinks intently as if digging up the image from the depths of her memories. And not long after, she raises her head, seemingly surprised at the answer she came up with herself. Sum it up, he was a successful Shinji. That conjures up an extremely clear image in my head. Really, I simply cannot stomach it. If it weren't for that Kibbasis. Having had the barrier turned inside out by Kibbasis, Ryder ended up sealed in her own Temple of Darkness. Anyone caught in the Temple of Darkness is said to experience a nightmare that has taboo and delight both mixed in it. However, I wonder what kind of a vision was it that left her with a trauma this deep. So what'd you see, Ryder? Hmm. Sorry. Nightmare isn't really something you like to recall, much less talk about. Sorry for asking something weird. No. As far as dreams are concerned, I do owe you. It would be fair for me to refuse to tell you about mine. Don't know what you're talking about there. Ryder straightens her posture once again, but she still remains hunched over ever so slightly. Ugh, must be an even greater challenge to endure than the story of being beheaded. Well, that nightmare. I'm going to use a normal speaking voice with this next part. Medusa, get over here, Medusa. Yes, here I am. What is it, elder sister? Elder sister? What is it, she says? You are aware that the two of us shall be attending Lord Poseidon's banquet this evening, are you not? Yes, I am aware that you both had been invited by the Sea King, but what of it? Did you hear that, other me? This is supposed to be our sister, this useless behemoth. Yes, it is quite bothersome to have such a brainless person as family, Bow Bow. No, that's wrong. Wrong twins. Medusa, perhaps you're a dinosaur? I do wonder if your brain's as big as our hands. Sisters? If it's about the dinner preparations, I'm getting into it now, but... really, I've had it now. I was asking if our attires were ready. Yes, I'll get them prepared. You'll get them prepared. They aren't already? I'm sure she's planning on making us look bad with ill preparations for her own amusement. No, that's not it. Oh, this girl's looking rather defiant, don't you agree, Otherme? How clumsy and unladylike. Indeed, it is a pity, but she'll have to be punished, I suppose. It's all for the sake of our own beloved sister. It might appear that we're going a little too far, but we'll steal our hearts and set her straight once again. The last time I did this, I was in the closet. I was in my recording closet. Elder sister, I am repenting. I'll do my best tomorrow, so please forgive me today. That's right. You should know your place. All right. We will soon be enjoying ourselves at the party, so we'll forgive you. Now, Medusa, our dresses. What is it, elder sister? What is this? Can't believe my eyes. It looks like there are 3 sets of dresses to me. I kept it a secret, but I got an invitation too, you see. Impossible. Take this. Sister, why are you ripping the scale decorations off my new filthy dress? Merciless, I really am. What a pity. Now it looks like Medusa can't go to the party. How horrible. Why would you do that, older sister? Stop. You can't go. Not in a million years. Do you understand, Medusa? Someone of your standing should not even hope to attend a party. You shouldn't even think about it until you can manage to gather a whole club of adoring fanboys. Easily done now. Oh my, that's going a bit too far, Otherme. If that were the case, then she'd never be able to debut in the social world. Eldest sister, what are you... Did you not understand what Uriel said? There wasn't a single blockhead that could possibly attract to a Hulk like you. Or rather, there was no way we would permit it. There can't be many who would accompany your stature in the first place. Indeed, it's a shame, but males who look good by your side are extremely few in number. Even a kiss wouldn't be romantic. To make the male go on his tiptoes is nothing short of fatal. I don't remember the exact number again. I think Ryder's only like 5'8", maybe. No way. It's not like I chose to be. Or I don't even think I'm that tall. She's not. You're still that big even after scrunching up. If that makes you angry, try to be more like us. The 2 of us could be held lovably in others' arms. But the one who could lift you would be... maybe Atlas and probably no one else. Yes, that's true, but it'll surely hurt his back. Do you understand? Slim and compact are in style right now. Things a farm horse like you are not. How cruel. You do not have to put it that way. Hee. Even your crying is no good. Your tears would feel like a flood to your male partner, surely. Oh my, have some pity on me. Did you know? Medusa sighs every time she looks in a mirror. This is pathetic if it's just like her, don't you think? So I was hoping to get a concave mirror from Lord Poseidon at the party tonight. So that you could look small and lovable. Perfect. Let's ask Lord Poseidon for an extraordinarily huge mirror. Of course, we'll have to have our reply to him ready should he ask. It's rather embarrassing, but our little sister has a mental affliction that prevents her from looking at normal-sized mirrors, we'll say. Splendid. Really, we care too much for our little sister, don't you think so, Medusa? Sisters. And so, several minutes have passed since Ryder closed her eyes. Ryder? About the nightmare? I have changed my mind. Let's leave old stories for now. Also, it will be time for the appointment soon. Ryder gets up from her seat. I regret asking. It really was kind of an insensitive request. Then do excuse me. And to clarify a potential misunderstanding, the Kibbusis-induced nightmare is not such a bad thing from my point of view. It was not excruciating pain that paralyzed me. It was the joy of seeing the people I never thought I would meet again. Huh? That's not unlike the situation you were in. I was being whipped around by everyone, but those were still the best days of my life. In fact, it might be the fear of reminiscing about those times that brings about my hatred of mirrors. She leaves with a kind smile. Can't help but feel happy seeing such a smiling face. Happy, but I'm not getting whipped around. No, but what's with the surging feeling of companionship for Ryder? Buddy, you're whipped. Ever since I got my new chair, it's made these streams that much more comfortable because like, I get to sit back, take a comfortable sitting position. It's really nice. It's this new chair is doing me wonders. Let's talk to Caster. Yeah, let's talk to Caster. I guess that should be it. Once again, I checked the note that had been given me against the bags I'm holding. Since I have to go to Shinto for work on occasion, Sakura and Ryder asked me to come tasked me with some shopping along the way. There's a bottle of spices with a purpose completely unknown to me and a hardcover book inside the bag. I thought this looks more like Tosaka's ingredients than Sakura's. Sure enough, it's all the stuff that doesn't look particularly suitable for cooking. Not sure it's even edible to begin with. And bottles with nothing but kanji on them. That one's going to be used later. Well, Sakura has been learning from Tosaka a lot lately, and this might be some kind of Chinese food cook-off? If that's the case, my Japanese food advantage could be in danger. I might have to try asking Seled and friends for some German cuisine tips. Still, walking with thoughts like these, I suddenly get a feeling that I saw somebody familiar. Turning around, I discover a woman walking out of a foreign clothing store. Loaded with heavy bags, she's not entirely steadying on her feet. Now, I've definitely met her somewhere before, but who is she? Oh my, it's Saber's boy. I think I also did this one, but I just like, yeah. Paul? Caster? What's with that face? I mean, Caster's supposed to be, you know, someone with a hood and robe and nothing but a mouth and hands in plain sight. No trivial details aside. What a surprise. It turns out you're actually quite a beauty. What's that all of a sudden? Well, not that it really matters. Whoops. Gotta fix that bad habit of thinking out loud. At any rate, that's some load you got there. You really intend to carry that all the way back by yourself? And what if I do? Oh, I was just thinking it'd be quite a challenge. In fact, a lot of those look pretty unwieldy. Nah, Caster's a servant. They must be as light as a feather to her, I guess. Well, she did lose to Tosaka in close combat. Actually, other than magic, I wonder if she isn't just like a regular girl. And if I said that it is, you wouldn't be kind enough to help me, would you? Why not? I was about to go home anyway. I hold out a hand to take some of the bags, but Caster keeps eyeing me with suspicion. It's probably pretty difficult to carry all those by yourself after all. Well, yeah. Alright if you will. She passes me one of paper bags with cord handles. This is a lot heavier than I expected. The handle's digging deeply into my palm. Whoa, this is surprisingly heavy. Never mind the trivial. Weren't you a man, boy? Can't argue with that. Come to think of it, it's unusual for Caster to be this familiar. Anyway, you should really have asked somebody to come along if you were planning on buying this much. Like Issei, or maybe Kizuki-sensei. Today was hobby shopping. I wouldn't want to bother Suichiro-sama with that, and I doubt Issei would help. Sounds like Issei-Caster relations are as delicate as ever. That is, they wouldn't start a fight, but they do regard each other in a fairly reserved manner. It's definitely a problem. Even though, unlike on our place, they may not meet one-on-one very often, with all the monks living at Ryota Temple and all. Alright, I guess it's none of my business after all. That aside, you said you have a hobby? What of it? A servant without entertainment would be somebody like Berserker, probably. So that's how it is. Now that I look at it, Saber does have a preoccupation with consuming food, while Ryder seems to have taken a liking to reading. The other guys must have something they enjoy as well, and had Berserker been summoned into a different class, even he probably would have some kind of hobby. So what's in this anyway? Pills for making a ship in a bottle, actually. Ship in a bottle. Ship in a bottle. Where have I seen this one recently? Wait a second. That decoration at Issei's place. Were you the one who made it? I did think it was a strange choice of decor for a temple's entrance. How rude. The head monk wanted to put it there, so... You mean Issei's dad? Who else would it be? I see. A stout man. His father's looks are nowhere near Issei's, almost to the point of a mystery. If it was him, I wouldn't be surprised if a suspicious-looking caster-made bottle ship ended up as a decoration, be it in a temple or anywhere else. Oh, that's right. I just remembered something. Caster, please stop sending us strange stuff. It kind of bothers Saber. I don't know exactly what it was, but for some reason Tosaka kept grinning when she got it. At that time, it was sent by Caster. I'll check it over, just in case. And so she took it away. Tosaka then called for Saber, and after that Alda knows that something had upset her. It looks so great on her. It's the dress. It's definitely the dress. It looked great, she says. I wonder what just kind of clothes and stuff were in those packages. But you wouldn't wear some... Oh. Yeah, but you wouldn't wear something that Saber asked you to, would you? I'm offended. Getting someone to wear nice clothing, especially that well-fitting, is something I enjoy greatly. I see. Unfortunately, Saber isn't really willing to. I also think that the pretty clothes the caster bought for her suit Saber well, but she must hate them herself. What a pity. So what about all these? You bought this much, yet no one's going to wear them? A little bit of a waste, don't you think? Oh well, it's too bad there wasn't a young kid I could dress up at the temple. For starters, Issei could fill in as one of those. Yes, that's right. He wouldn't be a bad choice, actually, although I would prefer a girl. Though if you asked him, I'm sure he would refuse. Yes, but even then... A distant look in Caster's eyes. Issei in a frilly dress. If nothing else great comes up, I'm using that as the thumbnail. Give me a break. That was all I could say. That was worth it. That was so worth it. Move, mouse. All right. Really? Okay. Today's the day of the camp, though. What is this? If I hover over it, aren't I supposed to get a little hint? The trap of high-class ingredients. Marin pie temptation. What is this? Alone? What is this? Oh, that's leaving. Interesting. And then I can go back to the end. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. The familiar kid. I'm just looking around. Caster's cooking practice. Oops, shit. Freddy's error would never turn. Angel and a diamond? Does he not have it? Whatever. Wow, it really like exhausted all the October 9th stuff. Caster shopping, Good Wife edition. I think that's the one I just did. Visitor. I guess from 5 years back. Writer reading the Jealous Sakura. Fleshy. Potato siren. Alright. We're going into the night. It's the only new thing to do. Call it a day, so we can get the training camp started. Wait, wasn't tomorrow... Lying on my bed, I remember a certain promise. If everything goes as planned, starting tomorrow at the Ryoto... This is new, actually. This is like for real new. If everything goes as planned, starting tomorrow at the Ryoto Temple... I didn't agree on this. I thought we had a camp. That's right. Wasn't there supposed to be a camp tomorrow? I jump out of my bed. It was pretty spontaneous, but seeing as it was all the planning, it's not like I have any choice but to participate. I should hurry up and prepare. Let's see. First of all, 2 days worth of clothes, change into... I hurriedly begin organizing luggage. Night passes by quickly. At sunrise, the long-awaited day will begin. Quickly. I need to move my mouth more when talking. Quickly. Mouth. The mountain path that connects to the Ryoto Temple. The colored leaves have already been carefully collected, a sign of the last bit of morning practice passing by. Whatever. It's the first day of training camp. Once I climb to the top, in the peace of everyday life, a small festivity will start. There's still some time left before we meet up, although I did plan to get there early and help with all things. No, I shall not feel alone. You will be absent from me 2 nights, will you not? Please do not worry and leave it to me. This is definitely like a character growth Saber. Stay Night Saber would be like, I'm coming too. You can't leave my sight. Real war excuse. No, it's not that. I just want you to tag along, Saber. And I must refrain. Just gather with your friends and classmates. I would not have much help to help with either. So you think you'll just be a bother? Bother would be a little too harsh of an expression, but I probably will cause discomfort for your classmates. To care for someone outside of the circle in such a circumstance can only be a burden. I mean, it's nothing like that. No one thinks of you as an outsider. Besides, these friends aren't even that close to begin with. To be frank, they're enemies. They are foes, but if I say that carelessly, someone like Makidera will end up being cut in half in the blink of an eye. No. What I mean is that you don't need to worry too much about them. They're all nice people. It just came out of the blue and the participants are sparse. And I've already told Makidera that I'd ask for anyone else I know to join. That may be so, but... what should I be doing while others are practicing and training? That... Tosaka. She didn't tell her about it, did she? Ugh. I'd be getting involved in stupid events. It isn't just a training camp this time. It's a combined camp between the archery and track and field clubs. Moreover, truthfully, we'd like you out on stage as well. Although it's Tosaka's suggestion. What? On the stage, me? Right. This event is practice for the performance we need to prepare for the Culture Festival. It's no wonder Saber's so surprised. Devil knows how I got into this mess. Are you serious, Shiro? I don't really want to force it on you. But I'd be really happy if you would. I'm saying this as a former archery club member. You seem to be enjoying this, Shiro. Sorry. I won't say I'm not expecting anything. I appreciate your honesty. Have a nice trip. Hey! And please do not worry about my meals. Sushi, pizza, tempura with rice. Anything delivered will do. Hey, that's too much, Saber! Money! Her tone leaves no room for argument. And so, without even the slightest hint of reprieve, she threw me out. I don't want to come back from the stay and find stacks of takeout containers and bowls towering to the entranceway. Well, I suppose there is Fujini. I'm sure she'll come check on her in the evening. I'm not worried about the house getting robbed or anything. I do have a bad feeling about this. Servant party! Good morning. I meet Kazuki-sensei on the way to the larger room. Morning. Welcome, Emiya-kun. Caster also greets me with a smile, peering around his shoulder. Oh shit, but if you look really closely, there's no kindness in her eyes. She's giving me exactly the same look one would give a trespasser or a cockroach. From her perspective, I'm just the fiend who's ruining her long-awaited weekend alone with Kazuki-sensei. She's going Shadow Servant. Hurry. No, wait, no. Hurry. There are already a few in the large hall. I will, thank you for having us here for 2 days. Right. Will you be going out, Soichiro-sama? No. I have nothing in particular to do. Although Raikon did request a game of Go with me. Is that so? Is there something you need? I want to look for some winter clothing soon, but it's mostly my own shopping, so... You must need someone to help you carry them. I will tell Raikon I'm coming in late. Yes, I'll be ready in just a second. Here she goes. As Kazuki-sensei nods, Caster returns hurriedly to her room. Well then, since we're staying overnight, I suppose we'll be meeting again. We exchange a light farewell. No matter where he is, at school or at home, he emits a constant aura of alertness. And Caster's newlywed play still creeps me out. I think it's nice. Morning. Sorry I'm late. Oh, Emiya? Morning. Come on, you're late, Emiya. Morning, senpai. What is that? Mitsuzuri is rolling on the floor in the middle of the room. You sure look happy, Mitsuzuri. Of course I am. It really pays to be at a rich temple. Look at this tatami. It's brand new. Wouldn't you, as a Japanese person, want to roll around on it? I'm so envious. I bet Issei's already rolled around on it yesterday. Nonsense. I'm not some panda at the zoo. Okay, it's fine then. Let's enjoy it while we can. Well, he can't. Come, Mato, let's do it together. It's so refreshing. I'm okay. Mitsuzuri-senpai. This is a temple, you know. The overwhelming smell of grass. This party robe shall be claimed by our archery club. Flop, thud. It's only morning and Mitsuzuri's in perfect form already. Mitsuzuri, as Mato-kun has said, this is neither a party room nor a place for a banquet. To be precise, this is a lecture hall. The hall where the 8 scrolls of the Lotus Sutra are read. It is a place to study Buddhist virtues, that is, a place dedicated to learning. Even during a training camp, you must remain solemn. Come on, back this with your legs apart. Sakura seems troubled, but is at the same time impressed by how flexible Mitsuzuri is. Interesting. I mean, I beg you to do something about that raging panda. Let her have her fun. We did it a lot ourselves too, you know. And just when did we do that? Weren't you the one who made the hole in the door, but I got in trouble too, remember? Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Whoa, it's huge. Is this the legendary Thousands Mat Tatami room? Mikey-chan? Oh yeah! Diving front roll! Mikey swims on the roll, swims in the sea at tatami. Front roll, twist, followed by a splendid backflip. Mikey-chan, no! She's the type who just has to swim in an open-air hot spring. It wasn't exactly unexpected. Issei pokes my shoulder. Emiya, are you going to make it through this? Are we going to make it through this? This lasts for 2 days. I'm very worried. Nope, actually I'm terrified. Yeah, it's not something we could just laugh off. I'm definitely gonna get in trouble by association again. One day I'll figure out how to do this. Yeah, whatever. And click to reply. Chat size. Message post chat. One day I'll figure out how to do that. Whatever. It's not that important anyway. Most people won't see this. Or that. Because I don't have chat enabled. So, you can't see it anymore. I'm definitely going to get in trouble with association again. Both of us have plenty of cause for worry. Makidera belly flops in the middle of the room, flips over, and looks up triumphantly. Did you see it? Rob Van Dam's anterior crusade ligament snapping moonsault. Her arms crossed, Mitsuzuri looks on coldly. Since when did she? Mitsuzuri? To think you get nuts over something so trivial. We look down upon. It may none other than her. I don't want to say something. I want to reveal the fact that that only moments ago, this haughty person standing over her was doing the very same. Well, I suppose it can't be helped. I hear a repressed childhood does things to a person. Ah, so rude. I've always been like this. Makinoji, we can't support you. So why did you just stop now? Okay. Alright, enough with the tomfoolery. Is this everyone? Then I'll call for my brother. There is something he needs to tell you about first. No, Tosaka isn't here yet. Tosaka's no problem. Wait here just a moment. Issei disappears in the hall. I'm the only guy left. Issei, seems like you're losing your cool. I suppose that's understandable, seeing as this place is crawling with ladies. What worries me more is that this male-to-female ratio doesn't even bother me anymore. Senpai, Sakura, did you hear anything from Tosaka? She suggested the idea, now she's late. I think she stayed up all night yesterday. All night? Like trawling through the library looking for material and things? I thought she went back to her ghost mansion early. Well, yes. Yeah, I'm kind of tired too, actually. Mitsuzuri seems to force out a yawn. You guys all didn't sleep? Yeah, I came to our house too. The anaconda of a fax. When did she buy something like a fax machine? Truly a gigantic waste. Like pearls before swine, or a sailor uniform on Fujini. I received it just about late at night. Tosaka-san's script. She asked me to skim over it. Script? I thought she said she was just going to find a suitable play. Why didn't she manage to write her own? You didn't come to your house, Emiya? My house? We don't have a fax machine. Who has a fax machine? Then you must have slept soundly. Well, this Sagesa says with a smile, her eyes are bloodshot. Oh no. They're not quite up to Caster's level of cynicism? Well, I can guarantee the total lack of evil design behind those eyes. They're scary enough on their own right. wish you had just it starting from page 1. Then you could have at least read it in order. Would it came last page first? No wonder I thought it was difficult to follow. Well, I'm not sure it would have made much of a difference. It came to our house too. Well, in my case, it was an endless stream of blank pages. Oh my god. The facts of the wrong page up. That's Tosaka, alright. A white anaconda stalking the streets of Fuyuki at night. She sent it again. By the time it arrived, the sun was almost up. I could see Tosaka in front of a brand new fax machine. First, timidly pushing the buttons, then yelling at the poor thing as her temper builds up. I did say that email would be fine. It would have taken at least 3 times as long that way. Do not underestimate her. It'd have been at least 5 times. I think it'd be impossible to begin with. Kana-chan, you were last then. Did you even sleep? It was a complete all-nighter. I could faint right now. But your expression's the same as ever. Missouri pouts while on the phone. She's not answering her phone. Could she be asleep? What? Oh, hey, Ryder. Should we go get her, just in case? You! Awesome. Mitsuzuri just did a backdash, her feet never leaving the ground. Mitsuzuri, do you know what a Korean backdash is? I'm sorry, Mitsuzuri-senpai. I could never get the chance to introduce you. Oh, you're here, Ryder? When did you get here, Ryder-san? Her eyebrow twitching. She's rating herself like Ultraman before it's some extraterrestrial monster. I have always been here with Sakura, but you must not have noticed. Lies. You're lying. Where were you hiding? That was one irresistibly attractive backflip. You were watching? She must have been in her spirit form. Radisson? Who would that be? Sorry, Makidera. Sorry, Makidera-senpai. I'll introduce you to her at a later time. Ryder, could you take care of Tosaka-senpai for now? She's shaking like a leaf. Oh, hey. Now that we're done with that story, where is it? Set this back to where it was. There. Just remembered. Understood. Ryder suddenly turns towards me as if to seek my approval. Yeah, please, Ryder. We can't continue without her. Of course, I do not mind that, but... What's up? Should I not call Saber as well? I thought she might come with you too, senpai. Well, I hoped that, but she ended up refusing, actually. Then she's in the house by herself tonight? That she is. What? Bring her over. That pretty girl? Let her be alone. You just say whatever's on your mind, Mitsuzuri. You've always been like that. But you know, wouldn't she be on the archery club side? So that's what you need her for. Ooh, what? A helper? Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Must feel great to not have a care in the world, Makidera. Oop, shit. I'm here too, Ayako. Mrs. hair stands on end as he quickly jumps away and retreats again. Thank you. But you mustn't sneak up on people from behind. This is a sacred hall. Sure sounds like the kind of thing Issei would say if there was her. If he were here, weeping. Well, the Archie Club aside. Ryder, could you say something to Saber again, please? Sorry for the trouble. Yes, I shall see what I can do. I will be back soon. It's a good thing Ryder's here. Maybe so, but... Sakura mutters as she watches the relieved Mitsuzuri collapse under the tatami. Thanks for waiting. I see that you were all here. Issei returns in Ryder's stead, with a man wearing a black robe in tow. Oh, wrong voice. Thanks for waiting. I see you're all here. With a man in a black robe in tow, broad shoulders, and a stout back, this person is none other than Issei's older brother, and is also the temple's current head monk. Good morning. Get shy. The group gathers naturally and composes itself to greet him, a side effect of belonging to an athletic club. Everyone wakes up anew. Well, what a greeting. That is excellent. I am the person in charge while the temple master is away. My name is Raikon Zero Ray and Stargazing Khan. Oh, it's the characters that make up his name. Rai Zero and Stargazing Khan. Really? Khan? Being a graduate of Homurahara, I suppose I'm also an old boy to you. Raikon-san looks over to me and Mitsuzuri. We both nod lightly. I heard that there will be an archery and track and field club members. Is this everyone? If this were school, Issei would probably speak up on everyone's behalf, but that doesn't seem to be happening here. And so I answer in his place. Sorry, you still got a couple missing. And it looks like there will also be a few participants that aren't students. Oh, so there'll be more, I see. Please do tell me more about it later. I will discriminate against delinquents. Very well. I will first tell you about this temple. Please relay the relevant information to those who arrive later. The stand-in head monk tells them about the Ryudo temple and the relationship Homurahara has with it. His crisp voice rings throughout the large hall. Usually there were quite a few young trainees living in the temple, but as of recently, together with the head monk, they have left to visit a certain sacred mountain. If they come back alive, that'll be great. If not, this temple's unusually vast grounds will be available for Homurahara students to lay claim to. This is definitely a win-win situation. Can't tell where his jokes end, but you sure can't be bored listening to him. Please utilize this hall and the sleeping quarters as you see fit. Needless to say, the quarters are divided by gender. But I heard that you would be practicing for a play. Splendid! It would be great if a famous actor and actress comes out of this training session at Ryudo Temple. Our charms and talismans will be selling like hotcakes. Everyone shakes their heads ardently. Mitsuzuri alone, her finger on her chin, is listening with a serious expression. And when that happens, we will, of course, be collecting royalties. Ah, I see. Then me too. It's just a joke. He doesn't have any charms or talismans. No, you say. I do believe Caster-san will be able to make 100 or 2 of them, in no time. We'll leave that for later. For this occasion, I shall overlook anyone staying up late. In return, I'd like to request that you take a bit of time cleaning the hall and the road leading to the back of the temple, today and tomorrow. Consider it volunteering. Emiya-kun and Mitsuzuri-san will know exactly what to do, so please follow their lead. As I have mentioned, you can use these rooms as you see fit. You are also free to wander around elsewhere, if you so desire. However, the building to the west, where Issei's, myself, and others' rooms are located, is the head monk's residence. Particularly the innermost room is the love nest of the Kuzuki couple, so unless you have an urgent matter to attend to, I highly recommend you keep out. Else, I cannot guarantee your safety. And so, with those final words of encouragement, Raikon-san leaves, and our entire group bids farewell, the same as it greeted him. It's over without incident. Why are you so tense, Issei? Raikkonen is just being his normal self. Of course, as you just saw, he's a man with a strong presence. If I am ever to become a calm and collected person, I would be like Soichiro. If I am to be laid back and broad-minded, then Raikkonen is my model. On this, I swear. To Issei, Raikkonen-san is a teacher before her brother. That's that. But has Tosaka not arrived still? Let's try it one more time. Mitsuzuri takes out her cell phone again. Hey, no calls in the temple halls. Hey, no unfunny jokes either. You fool. Why would there be a joke? Not that you would be able to tell one in the first place. I guess this'll do. The back of Ryudo Temple doesn't have much trash to clean up. Most of the work is moving around rocks or sweeping and moving the leaves to the compost pile. Having done my part, I call it to Sakura and Mitsuzuri and walk down the mountain path. Just before we reach the gate, I hear the track and field club members, well, mostly Makidera, from behind the brick wall. They were given the task of cleaning up around the temple, but it seems they're arguing about something. And the one they're arguing with is Tosaka? I'm apologizing. Nope, unforgivable. I must take this rare chance. And it's not school, so you don't have to act all ladylike. I apologize in your normal way, the way you are when you go shopping with us and stuff. What a bother. So energetic and this early in the morning. Will it appease you if I do all the cleaning tomorrow? What's going on? Morning. When I speak up, Tosaka shrinks her shoulders. It must be her nonchalant attitude coupled with the fact of having overslept this much that it angered Makidera. But right as I'm about to step in, Makidera speaks the unthinkable. The cleaning doesn't matter. Huh? No, that's really not true either, Maki-chan. Okay. If it's not about me being late, why are you mad? Makidera, calmed down by Segusa only moments ago, lights up in an instant. Hey, you still don't know? Stop being loud, Makinoji. I can't stay quiet about this. Makidera slaps her hand with what looks like a thick roll of fax paper. This must be the legendary script. This? What do you mean it's supposed to play the monkey? What the hell is that? Huh? Monkey. Oh, so it's the play she's all riled up about. Oh, that? But Makidera-san, don't you think you'd be able to do an excellent job as a monkey? What could you possibly mean? Yeah, okay, yes, very good. What? Cleared with one try? Yep, I approve. As the best actor for the role, Makidera-san has my full support. Ooh. Thanks. No, that's not it at all. Just who do you think you are, Tosaka? Ooh, glasses. The director. Smiling, she meaningfully takes out her glasses. The absolute ruling elite. For real? You won't win like this. Even the classics like Godzilla or Devilman can go to hell if the director takes the wrong turn. No, Makidera-senpai? It's not final yet, although we did ask her to come up with a script. Alright, there could be some other candidate for the director's spot. Oh? I do believe it's already in my position. Tosaka doesn't even flinch. I wonder where her confidence comes from. I'm the dog. How about you, Kana-chan? Pheasant. Oh, are they doing Momotaro? I have no complaints about my role. However, it does make me somewhat uneasy not knowing how the plot is going to unfold. Let's see. Dog, monkey, pheasant. Only one story comes to mind. So what? She has everyone set. So what? She has everyone sent. So what she has sent everyone was the script for Momotaro? Not nearly unique enough for Tosaka's tastes. Well, anyway, we can't linger here all day. If we're done with the cleaning, we should gather the tools and go back to the main hall. We can continue there. Well, there's more help coming soon. They're with Ryudo-kun at the moment. Tosaka, you brought Saber? I blew it out in a happy voice unintentionally. Yes, well, there's also that. What do you mean? Rin lets out a malicious chuckle, a demonic laugh with a demonic intent, coming from the devil himself. It actually turned out quite funny. Her already evil aura multiplies in its intensity. Whatever could she mean by they? Is it more than one? And funny? Yeah, baby, let's go. Wow. There's some magic on Tosaka's part. The building is full of all too familiar faces. Saber was expected. She could just like tell him. Like he'll do whatever she wants, basically. This is the unexpected one. Maybe she paid him. Sakura and I stand speechless. Lancer is exchanging familiar greetings with Mitsuzuri and the track and field team members. Ah, the Nichan. The ever-sneering Archer is greeted by Makidera and the others. What a spectacle. Oh? Are you all somehow know each other? That's unexpected. Well, it does cut down on the introductions then. The scripts are passed out, and we have an excuse for an introduction and casting meeting. Not that I'm doubting Sabasan or the others, but isn't it a little meaningless to have them perform? Does it matter? If it's just us, we'd have 2 roles per person. And besides, the main character is still Homahara's students. If they can help us as extras, our play can only get better. Mitsuzuri, who likes festivities, agrees with Tosaka as the conversation moves on. Huh? Is that so? So the main character... I can be it, right? And the other one who really likes festivities, Makidera, raises her voice enthusiastically about changing roles. This is the process of the monkey evolving into the main character, the start of what future generations would call the Makidera Rebellion. Well, with the roles all taken from Tosaka's freshly finished script, the cultural festival practice begins in earnest. An orthodox fairy tale reenacted by the Union of the Track and Field and Archery Clubs. An ancient story that everyone has heard at least once. Let's see. 10 years passed since well, we're doing a Momotaro sequel then? 10 years passed since Momotaro and his 3 comrades ended their quest to defeat the monsters. He had been living peacefully with his grandmother and grandfather until one day, voices of the monsters, long thought dead, full of resentment, reached him once more. That's not a thing to be held so carelessly, Tosaka. Having heard the rumors of the monsters being resurrected on a demon island in the middle of the sea, Momotaro rises up for the challenge, wasting not a second on hesitation. Of course, we cannot forget the grandma's homemade millet dumplings that he carries on his belt. Whenever he takes a bite, a nostalgic taste fills his mouth, and the image of his brave comrades warms his chest. What could they be doing now after having parted ways? They are at this very moment. But first, before embarking on the journey, Momotaro seeks 3 or 4 companions to follow him on his quests. Thus begins the adventure of the 5 Taros. Also, I feel like this is going to go a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but this is fine. I'm not really doing anything tomorrow. Not early, anyway. Hear ye, hear ye. Those that are far, those that are near. If you are near, come and see it with your own eyes. I am Momotaro of Kibi, from the land of the rising sun. Ye monsters of the Demon Island, have ye not learned your lesson? Come back from hell with insolence? Have you come back with hell from insolence? No matter what wicked arts or witchcraft you may use, I, Momotaro, will destroy it all and bring an end to the Demon Island once and for all. Yeah, yeah, hoo! Well, high morale's good and all, but I can't do it alone, so lonely. Ah, how I miss you, dog, monkey, pheasant. I wonder how you guys are doing now. Yeah, let's go! If it isn't the famous Momotaro Dono gracing me with his presence. I'm delighted and honored to be finally able to meet you. I am the bear of Mount Ashigara. I have a message from my master, Kuma. Kuma everywhere! Dear respected Momotaro Dono, I presume that you have already heard and felt the return of the Demon Island. The unrest in the capital grows stronger. Night by night, strange events are taking place. Without doubt, the forces of darkness are taking hold. The yin energy emanating from the island must be countered. 5 Taros must therefore assemble and head out to defeat the evil. I shall humbly wait for you at the capital. Kintaro of Mount Ashigara. Kintoki! Oh, hey. That is all. Come on. Gather 5 Taros. I see, Bear. You are the messenger of Kintaro. Precisely, Kuma. Then I shall await at the capital. I pray you hurry, Kuma. Yeah, I'll be there soon. Please give my regards to Kintaro. Yeah, Saber. I am definitely not a human. I am the child of a dragon. A dragon? So those horns are dragon horns? Huh? Oh, shit. Careful, Saber. Strong. The white dragon of the mountains is my father. The rhino dragon of the lake is my mother. I am Kotaro of the dragons. Ooh, Kotaro of the dragons? Are you a Taro too? Then, you were not with the monsters? The monsters who harm the village people are my enemies. I'm sorry. I apologize on my knees. Just like this. I'm sorry. And so Momotaro was unexpectedly able to recruit Kotaro of the dragons as a companion for his journey. They went on, but they still could find no trace of the dog, monkey, or the pheasant. Momotaro, frustrated and impatient, insisted that he will rush the Demon Island by himself, or face an honorable death trying. But the composed Kotaro of the dragons was able to calm him in the end. Halt. That is no enemy of yours. I am Momotaro of Kibi, a warrior that conquered the Demon Island and even had the honor of an audience with the Emperor himself. Although nothing ever came out of that. Oh. Although nothing ever came out of that, any of that. Hold your tongue. Is it not the dog? Dog! So this gatekeeper was the dog. Right, it's a dog. Dog. Shut up already. Ta-da. Taro is a good boy, la la la. Can we not do something about this musical part? Grumble, grumble. My name is 3-year Sleeping Taro of Shinado. My hibernation is long over. Currently, I live with a beautiful wife, and I'd like to think of me as one of the Imperial Court servants. Hey Momotaro, the dog is not your servant anymore. And to think that you would allow your brazen face, and to think that you would show your brazen face in the capital. The Emperor is angry. The revival of the monster is not Momotaro Dono's fault. But we must resolve all doubts. For the monsters to revive after they were destroyed. The rumors that their defeat is a scam set up to deceive the Emperor's reward. To receive the Emperor's reward were circulating since the very beginning.
Right now is not the time to fight each other. You may be born to different parents, but you're all the same Taro blood.
What?
All together now.
Kintaro. With the big axe. Hold on. I mean, they're singing, and I need to know. Where is it? Handshake. Nope, back. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do it like that. Default. Be just a little bit quieter. Yeah, out there. Okay. Yes. I think this is what I want. Yes, okay, cool. Oh, you can't hear it because the noise gate isn't catching it, but I am laughing. I'm just kind of giggling to myself right now. This is really funny. What was his voice again? I lost it. The real voice acting. Momotaro Dono. Are you out of your mind, Kuma? Swing your sword about like that. What are you trying to snatch, Kintaro? I shall hold them down, so please go on with the explanation. Interesting way to write that down.
Since the astrologer Abi no Saime foretold in his divination, a star of ill omen is rising in the northeast. Northeast. That's where the Demon Island lies. That's correct, Momotaro-san.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the voices at least until I can tell they're doing the singing again.
If I may summarize, Sammy is saying that this unprecedented uprising of evil from the Demon Island is bound to descend upon the country before long. As you may know, the evil force is already starting to take hold in the remote regions that are lacking astrologer and Buddhist priest attention. I have witnessed with my very own eyes the trembling of the charm that seals the head of the great demon Shuten Doji.
Oh wow.
The Tsuchigoma grave in Mount Katsuragi is also no different.
Is Tsuchigoma dangerous? I'm thinking something else probably. Anyway.
These are dreadful times. Should they come back to life, even the capital will not escape unharmed. A great calamity has befallen the land of the rising sun. And so the four Taros, Momotaro, Kotaro the dragons, Kintaro of the 3 years sleeping Taro, together with their servants, united for the moment, began their search for the last Taro, Urashima Taro. So hungry.
This is great. Rin's Momotaro fanfic. Since my term isn't coming up anytime soon, I sneak out of the practice hall and hurry towards the kitchen. I have a dinner for 15 waiting to be prepared there. Okay. I'm gonna turn this. Okay. I'm gonna turn the voices back off for a second.
Thanks again. You by yourself, yet?
Neko-san. What a surprise. I was sure it was Raikon coming to check up on us. I never expected to see this person at the temple. By chance, are you the one dropping off our provisions?
Yeah, I do get paid though. This goes into the refrigerator, and this goes to the freezer. This place is a ridiculously large fridge, so you can keep on stuffing things inside.
Yeah, thanks. Yep. Okay. I suppose it's only natural for a hardcore part-time worker that my body starts moving by itself as Neko-san's orders.
Good. Right there. Okay. Few boxes left. Here, Emiya-san. This is the car key. Sorry, I have no time either. The night shift at Copenhagen starts soon.
Now that you mention it, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah. The customers will just leave if we only have one person there. Well, it does make things easier for me. But whatever. Also, I have to talk. I also have to talk to Reikun. I mean, the stand-in head monk.
Stand-in head monk. That must be Reikun-san. Seems like Neko-san knows him already. The key to the minivan, right?
Right. It's marked at the bottom. You can bring the heavy stuff like the vegetables and rice yourself. 2 cardboard boxes should be 2 trips max. And should I build the archery club?
Let me get it myself this time.
Okay.
Neko-san. I stop her once again. Even though she's been carrying heavy boxes up that flight of stairs, her steps are still light as ever. Thank you very much. You've been a really big help.
No problem.
Neko-san gestures back without turning. She's a good person.
Yeah.
It's playtime again? No. The autumn sun sinks like a rock to the bottom of a pond, and without any streetlights nearby, Ryoto Temple sinks into darkness moments later. The kitchen starts filling with all sorts of appetizing smells. The creaking floorboards inform me of Saber's arrival. Shiro. Just hold on for like 10 more minutes. I haven't said anything yet. Although I must admit, the smell is whetting my appetite greatly indeed. Sorry. I'm the one who's hungry. Really. I get so nervous over just that. You did well. Everyone's taking turns going into the bath, but most of them should be done by now. I see. Good. Haven't worked out well then. That's that. Oh, I see. Good. The timing worked out well. That's that. Thanks a lot to you, Saber. You did great. Saber shakes her head. Compared to others, I have not done much at all. Is this something I could do, possibly help you out with? Thanks. Then, well, there's not much left, actually. If anything, it's being able to chat like this that would help. Alright, can I ask you to take care of serving them? There's a big bowl with salad in the middle of the shelf on the fridge. Take that and divide it up for everyone. Understood. Will there be 1 plate per person? We'll need about 10?
There are wooden plates on those shelves somewhere. It'll be sort of like a big family meal, so we'll get them to divide them So we'll get them to divide it all up themselves. I see. That I'm familiar with. There are no tongs, so Saber uses cooking chopsticks to quickly toss the salad. Her chopstick skills have improved vastly. I sneak a peek at her from the side. Could it be because of this rare festival night? My heart is throbbing out of control, just like the first time we met. Shiro. Shit. I hurriedly turn my eyes back to what I'm doing. I was wondering if I should say this, but... what is it? I've never gone to school like you, Shiro, yet today I was still able to meet a few of your classmates. Aren't they just the most interesting people? Yes. Issei, whom I have known from before, and Ayako, Yukika, Hane, and then Makichi. No, it was Kaede, was it not? Yeah. They're all very lively people. Muttering to herself, she repeats every name once again, as if to inscribe them in her mind. Thank you, Shiro. And it is my name she mutters last. Well, I didn't do anything, really. No, it is all thanks to you. There were not many times where I could just sit around and laugh with such a great number of others like this. If you put it like that, I guess I should be saying thanks to you too. For helping out with the culture festival practice, of course. But I'm also glad that you simply cheered up and came with us. I was inexcusably cold this morning. I am ashamed of myself. But a better smile on her lips, Saber shrugs her small shoulders. I still have not gotten used to acting. I admit I still wish someone would switch places with me right this instant. The hallway's getting noisy. Is it Makidera again? Tired of waiting, they'll probably invade soon. Great, I'll get them to set up the table. Oop. Maybe I'm still so young. I definitely cannot approve of peeping, Neko-kun. I'm offended. I like to think of it as watching over. How can I leave such a promising young man to a negligent teacher who just lets him do as he pleases? It must be hard to be expected so much of. In my eyes, Emiya-kun himself is the one who's more level-headed. In fact, it may seem he's spending too much time keeping unruly adults in control. Vijimura's like a spoiled kid around Emiya. Yeah. Hold on, does that mean me too? Shiro's curry. That's what the smell's coming from. Oh. Wow. Long time no see. Hold on. You're absolutely... Long time no see, Junior. You're absolutely correct. But you do realize that this is the kitchen entrance. Hey, weren't you supposed to be... Ooh, Rei-chan and Otoko. Yeah, I was going one step ahead to see how... Yeah, I was going one step ahead to see how Shiro-kun doing. Thought I'd help him out, just a little. Ah, I see. Job well done. Really, everyone's getting called in for reinforcements, but you just stroll in here leisurely? What? Don't say that to me. I've been busy all day taking care of paperwork. I came in a hurry just in time for dinner. In a hurry, yeah? I heard you were in charge of the students preparing for exams now. Right. What? Oh, unbelievable. How reckless did school have to be to let someone like you have anything to do with the exams? Well, I guess it's our homeschool we're talking about here. The only thing the advisor had on our mind was what's for dinner. How incredibly rude. And you, Otoko, stop fooling around and go back to your tiny shop already. Isn't it time for your shift? Yes, this time. And talking to you takes all my energy away. So I'll be going soon, even if you don't tell me to. And don't call me Otoko in front of other people.
I'll see you after the bottom of the stairs. Unfortunately, the whole flight isn't well lit.
I'm greatly in your debt, good sir. See you later, Fujimura. Later. Thanks for the provisions, Neko.
They're so annoying. So loud this late at night, too. I was requested to judge tomorrow's rehearsal by Mato-kun. Huh? I heard you were given a role as well. Did you take it?
She did a little ear wiggle. That's cute. Oh, well. I suppose it's not very adult-like of me to dismiss everything the children do. And if you ask me so, Soichiro-sama.
And as night turns to day, and the start of a new day, I think, the date turns to October 11th. This has gone on a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I said I was going to go longer, but I'm actually starting to regret it a little bit. So I can only assume this is going to go on for about an equal amount of time for like 2 extra days, maybe. I don't know, but I'm gonna call it here for personal reasons, because I'm a big wimp and also very thirsty. Let's go check out some of the special stuff. Anything new here? Ooh, what's this? Oh wow. We didn't get this last time. That's interesting. It's Perseus. Madness. It's the characters who did not get their turn series. It's the hero Perseus left. Top of Yudo. Oh, center. And Goto-kun. Right. Goto-kun. Ah, Goto-kun. You were a character with bushy eyebrows, weren't you? The hero Perseus, born from Zeus and Danae. Oop, shit. Shit. He is the half-brother of Heracles and his great-grandfather as well. That lady killing King of the Gods sure did make things complicated. To think there was such a connection. But it is complicated because he was also the man who... Fuck. By the way, what is the name of Issei's father? The name will surely be revealed when old man Fujimura Raiga howls it across Fuyuki City. Can we get that again? Yes, we can. Okay. Goto, character with good champions. King Argos of the Greek mythology. Half-brother of Heracles, who's his great-grandfather. But it is complicated because he was also the man who killed Medusa. Okay. By the way, what's the name of Issei's dad? Yep, okay. That's that on that, guys. This was good. This is a good half episode of camp. Yeah. Nothing more to say, really. Nothing to say. But I hope you guys had a lovely rest. Have a lovely rest of your time, rest of your day, rest of your week. Make sure to take it easy and be sure to let yourself enjoy bad movies. Even if it's just this. Alright, take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.